Welcome to another episode of Brainpickers, featuring Lena Ross of Change Hacks and Dr. Jen Frahm of Conversations of Change.
Hello everybody, welcome to our very last Brainpickers of 2017. I'm Dr. Jen Frahm, this is Lena Ross.
Hi.
We thought tonight what we would cover off is probably the question we both get asked the most throughout the whole of the year, which is how do I get into change management? So we're going to give you 4 tips on how to get into change management. Before we do, Lena, where are we?
You've forgotten already. We are in this lovely little place in Tuscany called Montecatini Terme, which is a spa town in Tuscany. And we're sitting right here in one of the spa centres, enjoying a lovely Italian coffee, of course.
Of course we are. Of course we are. So Lena, tell me, first question, what is you think the first thing is that people new to change need to know about?
Yeah, I think, look, people coming into change, and this is a question I often get as well, is a fairly solid understanding of the change frameworks out there. Now, let's acknowledge that a lot of those change frameworks do adhere to a linear type of framework. However, it's really good to know what the frameworks are, from very traditional ones to quite contemporary ones, to give you that solid understanding of change. And it gives you, I think, a really good background as to how change plans are put together. Mm-hmm. And quite often they reference particular models in that. So there's a lot of information out there on that.
Super.
And I was going to ask you, actually, what's the question that you get asked the most?
Without a doubt, the question I get asked the most by people thinking about moving into change is, should I do an accreditation? And, you know, it's really interesting. I've changed over the years on this, and in terms of the values of change accreditation, so ProSci, PCI, APMG, there's a whole raft of them out there. I think if you are brand new to change, then it's actually really valuable that you do one of those accreditations, because you're probably not going to get the luxury of time once you're in a team to have the learning at a pace that would be comfortable. So at least you're coming in with some understanding of a framework, tools, practices, and a support system.
Yeah, totally. Really good underpinning stuff.
Yeah.
And I think one of the other underpinning things that could be quite useful is joining associations. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what's the benefits of that, do you think?
Yeah, so look, there's a couple of benefits. Obviously, associations such as CMI, Change Management Institute, an Association of Change Management Professionals called ACMP, there's a really good, there's a win-win there, because you get to network with people, and you also have opportunities to go to learning events and learning from experts in the field, and you often get to meet those people. So and they're very, very welcoming in my experience to newbies and experienced people alike.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do to build on that is also look out for the people who are really writing a lot about change and sharing their experiences on LinkedIn, Twitter, and a variety of blogs on social media, because there's just so much information out there and people really, really happy to share that.
I think the other thing, so my 4th tip, so if you're joining associations is your 3rd tip, 4th tip is going to be, don't neglect your own personal networks.
Yeah, true.
Now, why that's important is that if you are brand new to change, you're effectively asking somebody to take a risk on you in a new role, and you're going to have an easier time of asking somebody who knows that your performance and personality and all those kind of things to move into a new role than it is trying to convince somebody that doesn't know you at all that you're capable of doing something brand new.
I think that's a great point, and sometimes you can actually pick up change roles in roles you're already doing to start to prove yourself and get some runs on the board.
Yep. So that was 4 tips.
It was 4 tips.
Change frameworks, accreditation, the professional associations and follow people, use your own personal networks.
Yeah.
Lena, where can people go for more?
Now on personal learning networks, which is something that's really close to my heart, is I've written a chapter on that in my book, Hacking Fragile Change. Chapter 17 is all about that. And I know in your great book, you also have some great tips that you'd like to share.
Yeah, I've got a chapter about how to get into change and unpack some of those things. And I've got a brand new webinar that I've just released, which covers that off as well.
Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Well, guys, this is December 2017. It's our last Brainpickers for this year. What a year it's been, hey?
Massive.
A massive year, and we'd like to say to all our viewers, have a great Christmas, happy holidays,
and thanks for being with us. We really appreciate it.
See you next year.
Want to keep picking their brains? Visit the website for more information.